A community garden in El Monte has been focusing on a new cash crop that may transform their passion for gardening into an actual livelihood. It's hot sauce. LA Times columnist Gustavo Arellano visited the garden where they grow the chili peppers and got a taste of that sauce himself.
We're at La Madera Community Gardens here in El Monte, and I am doing a profile on the garden because they're going to start growing habanero peppers for this hot sauce company, which has created a Los Angeles hot sauce. Habanero, mango, and tamarind, and we're going to taste it. Y después de que ayudan aquí, entonces, ¿cómo agarran su finca aquí?
Después de que ayuden.
Ajá. What's interesting about taking a tour of this garden right now is that we're in the middle between winter and spring. So the winter crop's gonna be given, so you see a lot of fava beans, a lot of beets, a lot of kale and lettuce. But my favorite time, the spring, they're just about to start planting the peppers. So you come here in about May, this is gonna be a rainbow of colors, but that said, it's still a beautiful garden. That's one of the things that one of the women said is like, a garden is like love. You have to keep harvesting it. You have to keep watering it. Otherwise, there's not going to be anything there. And I just thought that was such a beautiful metaphor for gardening. And here in Southern California, we live in near perfect weather. So we got to garden more.
They're trying to source the peppers locally instead of shipping them from like South America or Mexico.
Here in El Monte, which is one of the most park-poor areas in Los Angeles County, it's especially important to have something like this. But I also think it's awesome that the people here are now going to turn this into something entrepreneurial. In other words, it's great to grow for themselves, but I love to garden. You can't eat everything that you grow. You have to start giving things away, which is important as well. But how about if you can make some money off of it? And then I think connecting with the hot sauce company, they'll give people the opportunity. It's like, okay, this year we're only going to grow a certain amount of peppers. Let's really make it a thing and make this a sustainable garden, not just in terms of what you grow, but in terms of trying to make incomes for folks as well. So I'm about to eat the Los Angeles flavor for small axe peppers, habanero mango on some chips. First time I'm tasting it. Ooh. You're right on the burn. It has a really strong habanero burn, but the flavor is that sweetness. It's almost like eating something off of a street cart vendor. Has a good consistency. I could see this in a quesadilla. Just drink the bottle as is. No.
Is right. Gustavo joins us now. Hey, Gustavo, nice to see you.
Hola, Lisa.
Well, this makes me dislike the pandemic even more because in before times, you'd be sitting here and we'd be eating hot sauce and chips together.
Total. Oh my God. Yeah. And I got to send you a bottle. In fact, I have one right here. So digitally, I send it to you. Los Angeles hot sauce made by Small Axe Peppers.
So listen, who owns this land? How does this plot work?
So the land itself is owned by, a lawyer in the area, but who really community-minded. So he allows La Madera, the community garden, to use it for free. So what happens if you want to garden? It's about 17,000 acres. If you want to garden there, you just pay a nominal fee, or you could work it off for free with volunteer hours, and you get a 10 by 10 plot, and you could grow whatever you want.
It's had some ups and some downs over the years.
Yeah, it's been around for 20 years. And so for a while, the leaders at the time, it just wasn't happening. One of the current volunteers said it was kind of like a jungle because there were so many weeds. But then you had a group called Eco-Urban Gardens. They came, they started helping out the volunteers there. And now it's vibrant. When I went there, again, it's like it's still winter now, finally turning into spring, but so many fava beans, so much cauliflower and broccoli. But that's all being harvested right now. Next up, we know, especially if you love gardening, you got the tomatoes, and more importantly, you got the hot peppers.
So this company out of New York City, it's not just doing hot sauce with LA gardeners, also up in the Bay Area and elsewhere, right?
All across the United States. It's really interesting. So Small Axe Peppers, named after the Bob Marley song that says, we're the small axe, we're going to chop down all the big guys. So they work with community gardens across the United States, and they give them an amazing proposition. We're going to give you seeds to grow peppers that we're going to use in our hot sauce. And either we could buy all the peppers that you grow off of you, or we could give you the bottles of the hot sauce, and then you could sell them and you keep all the profits. But the point of point of it is to grow these community gardens, to allow people the idea that this can be a self-sustaining industry for themselves, as opposed to just growing food for themselves. That's important as well. But I think I saw the joy, or you saw in the video, the joy on people's faces, like, wow, we could actually create a business for ourselves. So now they're starting to dream big. It's not just this hot sauce. They want to do a farmer's market, and then with the hope that one day they could actually buy La Madera Community Garden instead of just leasing it for free.
One thing I learned in your piece in the paper was that these seeds are very, very delicate. You can't just throw them out in the dirt and have them grow, which actually works out during a pandemic.
Yeah, habaneros, I love to grow stuff. I especially love to grow peppers. Habaneros are hard. I have never grown a plant that's given me more than, let's say, 7. And the best, if you grow a habanero plant right, you'll get 40 out of them. So these people, remember, these are people who have been gardening most of their lives. For them, it's a livelihood, but they know it's going to be a challenge. You got to start them as seedlings. You got to put them in a hothouse. You got to give them a certain amount of water, a certain amount of heat. But the result, the habanero pepper, I love it because, yeah, it's going to burn you, but it has this wonderful citrusy flavor like few other peppers have. So it's perfect for the hot sauce itself.
Yeah, it's really interesting. During a pandemic, you can take your seeds home and nurture them there by yourself. And then, when they're robust enough to plant them then. So did they ever decide if they're going to take the cash from the Small Axe company, or are they going to take the bottles?
They're thinking right now the bottles because think about it. It's also a way to like promote La Madera. So if you just get cash for the peppers, hey, that's cash in your pocket. But if you go around saying, hi, we're La Madera Community Gardens in El Monte. We have this hot sauce. And by the way, let us tell you about our gardening. It's just a great way to promote and a great way to get the community to care about, look, everyone loves Tapatio. Everyone loves Sriracha. But how about a hot sauce named Los Angeles that's helping people in Los Angeles County?
Well, it's a great story, and the product, you give 2 thumbs up?
Oh, good. 2 thumbs up. I would drink it right now, but I don't want to start coughing on the air. But you can get it online, so I urge everyone, please do.
Thanks so much. Gustavo Arellano doing the hard work for us. Thank you.
Gracias.
If you want to try that hot sauce for yourself, check out the website at smalaxepeppers.com.